might be thinking to yourself, I love the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano, and my students are thoroughly enjoying all of the music in it. What else could I use at the same time? Well, we have so many wonderful supplementary materials for your students. They could use sight reading and rhythm every day. Right now there are 14 books to this series. Oh my goodness. And this book 1A, which has the same color as in the piano method, this particular book has students working in 5-finger patterns, in patterns where they're not always putting their thumb on the tonic note, so they're really getting used to moving their hands in different hand positions using different fingerings. They're learning or reviewing all of these basic note values that they learned in the piano method. For example, Unit 4, the concepts are the dotted half note and forte and piano dynamics. So there's always rhythm at the beginning of every day's work. There are 5 days of work for our students. Then there's always a day of rest, and then there's the lesson day activities. So for each day, the student does a very nice rhythm. They either clap, they tap, they have to write in the counting, just a whole plethora of different kinds of activities for rhythm. And then there's a sight reading activity. And this one looks like, it looks like it's in G major, but the finger that starts on G is finger 2. And then the same thing in the next little example, looks like it's in D minor. But the student plays the 3rd finger on the F. So students are always going to different keys and different hand positions. There's always a rhythm activity where the students have to speak lyrics in rhythm. We're always trying to get our students to internalize the basic rhythm so that they can understand and play their music very, very well. So in this one, it says, speak the lyrics in rhythm while you point to each note. Only 1 week till my birthday. And here's one in 4/4. If you really want me to, I could play a song or 2. So then there's more sight reading, more rhythm activities. Now we're on day 5. Another kind of rhythm activity up here where they have to tap both hands simultaneously together, which is really great. Sight reading again, and then a lesson day activity. And here is your chance to see how well your student is doing during the week. And then at the end of every lesson day activity is an ensemble piece. All of these ensemble pieces were written by Kevin Olson, and he did a really thoroughly great job with them. So we have our students read the practice step at the beginning of the piece and have them look at the piece. They could actually just play it silently on the keyboard before you play it with them. And then you play it together, the duet part with the student part. And of course we want to remind our students not to stop, right? Just to keep going and keep counting. So here's sight reading and rhythm every day. If you think at this level your students would like something a little bit easier, we have sight reading and rhythm every day book A, let's get started, and book B, let's get started. So these particular books, the music is much bigger, so you can see the difference in the notation size. And these also have 5 days of learning, and then they have also a lesson day. So these are really terrific too. So maybe even younger students, or maybe students who are a little bit slower. The sight reading and rhythm books are fantastic for transfer students. Right? Anyone who's having trouble with reading, you could just tell them, well, instead of it being a sight reading book, we're going to call it a reading book. So those are supplementary materials that are fantastic. We also, please remember, sticker books for each level of succeeding at the piano. There's the Succeeding with the Notespeller, grade 1A. There's also grade 1B when the students get to level 1B. And just like the preparatory level, so many wonderful activities, color, pictures, oh my goodness, steps and skips, step snuggle, like these two little teddy bears, or skip stack. And we have two teddy bears on top of each other. So just wonderful activities. Cynthia Coster is my collaborator on these delightful books. These are terrific during COVID-19. If you're not having lessons with students, my goodness, you could have students get these books and have them go through several pages every week so that they keep up on their reading. And then there's in recital solos. Oh my, so many books in the in recital series, right? From jazz to classical themes to original solos. Oh my goodness, to all-time favorites and popular music. This one is called In Recital, the best of in recital solos. And this is early elementary. Here's some just fantastic pieces. Book 1, basic note values. And there's just a wonderful collection of pieces that students can just pick up. Do you know what this is? I think this is an original piece. Christopher Goldston. So a wonderful collection of solos that your students can enjoy choosing the one that they want to play next. You know that they're all going to be more or less on the same leveling guidelines for every piece in the entire book. There are 6 books in the In Recital series, and there's just fantastic pieces for your students to work on. Let's see. So those are some of the wonderful, wonderful supplementary series that go with 1A of Succeeding at the Piano. And there are second edition flashcards as well. So there's so many wonderful things for your students to keep themselves busy and excited about making music.